If you or someone you know has diabetes, you may have built up an extra supply of test strips and lancets. That's where we come in. We'll buy the supplies that you don't need and resell them to those in need to prevent waste. Help us make diabetes management more affordable. Visit us at teststripswithaz.com.
Right, I think the question that's on everybody's mind is, did you retire, did you not retire? What's the story here?
Listen, Tom Lawler and I and Joe Lozon sat in the back room and we talked about that, and I said I'll never say that word again. But yeah, that's it. You know, it's been fun. I've been doing this. 2005 was my first fight at the Avalon in Boston. It's a long time ago, man. You know what I mean? So I'm done. That's it. You know, I wanted to come back, defend it twice, and now I'm gonna train on Saturdays and eat chicken palm with Steve Mays after training.
So you're not going to say the R word?
I'm not going to say the R word ever again. You know.
Can we see your last fight tonight?
I think so. Yeah. Unless Pat Sullivan starts like an over 50 division, and we can come back. You know, yeah. You know, I think that a lot of guys, they just stay in too long. You know, and my goal was always to go out on top. I was like, I want to go out on a win. I want to go out defend that title. Obviously, it wasn't the opponent that I thought it was going to be, but whatever, it is what it is. You know what I mean? That's out of my hands. It's not my problem. But I wanted to defend it twice and then go out on top.
I was going to say, because when you and Bissett are on the same card, chances are one of you guys are going to have a fight like 48 hours.
Yeah. But Matt, so before the fight, I was sitting in the room and Matt and I were talking with his coach Jeff Haddad and just yapping about Matt and I have been fighting on the same card since 2006, 2007 for a long time. You know what I mean? So, we were just like reminiscing about stuff like that, and we were talking about, a few times at CES he had to take a fight on a day's notice, and it's always dangerous, man, because you don't, I didn't know what to expect. I was like, I knew that Jordan, he's fought a lot of really tough guys, and he's had a little success as he comes straightforward, and he goes after it, and that's pretty much all I knew about him, and that's all he did, which was fine with me. I have too much experience. I've seen that. My coaches were like, look, if he tries to do that, just take him down, wear him out, and then beat him up, and that's pretty much what happened, and guy didn't get hit. Good night of work, and I'm happy. It's cool.
and right now you sound so casual and you say, that was it, this is going to be it for me, that's my last fight. But is that hard to come to grips with, though?
It's always going to be hard, man. I'm a competitive guy, dude. I've been doing this, like I said, for a long time. You could ask me in 13 years, I'll be 50 years old, dude, and I'll still think I can come over there and beat everybody up. But it's obviously not going to be the case, because I'm probably going to be fighting diabetes rather than fighting anybody else.
And, you said you've been fighting since 2005.
Yeah.
That's a long time. And, how would you sum up your career in your own words?
Awesome. I love it. I'll never get sick of it, man. You never get sick and tired of doing what you love, and I love to fight, and I love the sport, and I love everything about it, man. But it's, I was just talking to the guys in the cage, but like, if you ask me my two favorite moments in my MMA career ever of all time, it's one, Calvin Kattar winning at TD Bank North Garden, knocking out Shane Burgos, and it's two, Randy Costa winning at TD Bank North. Those are my two favorite moments ever, even over my fights. So it's like, I'm filling that void and filling that gap with coaching guys like that. So a lot of guys, when they leave fighting, they have nothing else. Like, you know what I mean? Not that they have nothing else, but if that's it. Like, I was always a good fighter, but I'm a great coach, and I know that, and I'm confident in that. And that's why you can see, like, my work speaks for itself with guys that have gotten to the next level, and I coach guys that have fought at a much higher level than I have. So that's my goal. That fills that gap, and honestly, it's more rewarding to me seeing Randy Costa jump on the cage and we hug each other on ESPN. Like, what's better than that? You know what I mean? So that's my goal, is to keep these young guys and push them forward and help them get to the UFC and Bellator and all that stuff. So
yeah, and I'm assuming you expect that to continue. We're kind of at the tip of the pipeline here. We're starting to see those guys like Kattar, Costa, more on the way.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I said, I have a lot of really good amateurs that are coming up at Triforce, at Lozon's. It's like the place to be on Saturdays, and we have a huge crop of guys that are coming up in the amateurs. And trust me, they're just getting started, man. Because some of these young kids. One of them is fighting tomorrow night. Mitch Raposo out of Regiment. Those guys do a great job over there coaching that kid. And trust me, the next crop of guys that are coming up. I started fresh from scratch. Guys like Mitch have been doing MMA his whole life. That's like where he started. So it's really cool to see how the game's evolved. It's not just guys that have mastered one thing. It's guys that are like, they started wrestling, grappling, and boxing all at once when they were teenagers. Now all of a sudden they're 18 making pro debuts, and I'm like, who is that kid? Like, what the hell where did he come from? When I first saw Mitch, I couldn't believe it. I was like, this kid's unbelievable. So you're going to start seeing more and more of that. Guys that don't play football and basketball, guys that just do, MMA, basically, So it's pretty cool to see it. I'm excited to be a part of it.
You admitted in the lead up to this fight that you feel you were a better coach than you are a fighter.
Yeah.
Was there a certain moment, a certain fight that you cornered when you realized that to be true?
Honestly, I feel like it all started with Brennan Ward. Brennan Ward was just a super high elite level wrestler. His dad was his boxing coach, but I feel like that everything that we always worked on, and Brian was one of those guys that, like, I talked to his dad today, like, he always trusts me, and he looked up to me like an older brother to him, and like, he always believed in everything that I said. So, like, when we went into a fight, if I told him to do something and we worked on it, he believed in it and trusted in it. And I have videos, he finished a lot of the fights on stuff that we continuously worked on. So I just knew that, like, I don't know, it's weird. All of my coaches have all fought. I don't believe in having a coach if he's never fought before. You know what I mean? So if I have a coach that's never been in there, he can't tell me what to do in between rounds. I'm going to look at him and be like, you're crazy. Like, you've never been there. So I feel like a lot of these guys trust me because they know I've been there. I've got almost 40 fights. I've been fighting for 15 years. So I've been in these bad spots. Same thing, Randy Costa. I mean, I could pull up a million videos and put them on Instagram of him and I working the same combination that he knocked out Boston Salmon with over and over and over. Same thing with Calvin Kattar and Burgos. It's just repetition. And honestly, I put it towards, all the coaches that I've had over my career. I work with a lot of different coaches. So I've taken, bits and pieces from all of them, and it's kind of helped me develop into the coach that I am today, So it's pretty sweet, man.
What was the reaction? You and Raposo basically got new opponents on, like, the same day.
Yeah, no,
Did he talk to you? Did you see
yeah, he called me and he was fighting. It sucks, man. It sucks. I hate it. I hate doing it, because anytime I've had a fight on short notice, the majority of the time it doesn't end well for me because it really does mess with your head. It's such a huge mental thing, and but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know what to expect tonight getting in there. I knew that kid has fought a lot of tough dudes. I mean, win or lose, he just goes after it. So guys like that are always really dangerous. So it's tough taking fights like that on short notice. I was a lot more nervous than I would have been if I fought Tavares Gordon. I'll tell you that.
True or false? Tom Brady's New England Patriot this next season.
Oh man! Listen, after listening to the Sports Hub today, they're talking about him going to the Rams or to Miami, and apparently we've had some meetings with is it Mariota from. I think Belichick and Brady are done, and I think we're going to see Mariota or one of those guys. He's pissed off. Listen, I don't want it, but I'm just telling you, I feel like because Tom Brady can't throw more than 25 yards right now. Best quarterback ever, but he's a little bit shot, and he kind of showed towards the end. You're going to tell me if you can't put like a guy like Mariota in a system like with Belichick that I think he's going to succeed, man. I think Belichick wants to do that just to piss him off. Not pretty hard. Listen, I'm a Tom Brady fan for life, dude. But, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't have the answer for that. Listen, it's all about the Bruins and the Celtics right now.
That's right. And the last question, let's talk about you. You've been very unselfish in this conversation, putting your guys over as you should. What's your favorite memory as a fighter? Like, you talked about Kattar, Costa, their moments. What about you?
Man, it's tough. It's tough to say. It could be, tonight, like my last fight, I had 1 million people here to see me fight. I had a lot of support. When I fought in July, obviously, it was pretty sweet too. But I think the last fight's always the one that sticks in your memory. So, I would say tonight, it was great. I had a lot of friends and family that came out and a lot of support. And it's crazy when, a fighter pulls out and then you have to deal with all the bull crap and, like, the emotional roller coaster you go through for the 24 hours. Like, I'm sitting at my house, like, playing video games, trying to keep my mind off of it, like, not even thinking about it because it sucks, But, when you see Mike Prentice show up in a jacket like that, it makes you feel a little better.
Good note to end on.
Fabio still sucks.